All right, folks, Heidi and I, we're gonna go check the river. This is the 21st. However you gonna go, we're going. It's the 21st of May, and we've had several inches of rain in the area, some upriver too. You know, the river came up pretty good here recently, and slowly started dropping back down some, and then we started getting this rains again. And Heidi and I are gonna go check it out. And that's not, this is just rainwater here. Okay. Oh, my baby's eating breakfast. This is rainwater here, so don't think nothing about this. This field is high and dry, and I never worry too much unless the water starts coming on this field. If it starts coming up on this field, then I'll move all the cattle that's grazing over here to the front. We'll move them to the front, and they'll be fine. You know, this water here is rainwater coming up from upstream, and then plus the rains we got here. Sorry, I'm kind of bouncing you around a little bit, but try to get a little more steady. Maybe if I drive slower, Heidi. If I drive slower, yeah. Slow down, Papa. You go too fast. Let's get back over here a little bit. Let's smooth on this road. The problem is we're supposed to get some more rains tonight. Hopefully all this will go out of here or drop down some. It rose up during the night some. I was down here right before dark, and it's come up quite a bit during the night. But we haven't got no more rains during the night either. So all this is just runoff. So hopefully, if we don't get no more rains to speak of, it'll start to drop back down. It's moving good. They've got the dam opened up in Lake Houston, so this is where all this goes. So maybe it'll run on off. As you can see, it's coming through here pretty swift, so it's moving good. This, folks, this is not the river itself. It is river water. The river is back over behind them woods over there. So this just cuts through this low place. And tell you a story about this one time when I was just a boy, and this happened during the summer one year. My cousin from Baytown was spending the summer with me. It was about 14, I guess. My dad was at work, and we'd had a bunch of rains, not right here, but just upriver, and the cattle were back here in the back, and it cut them off. And it was rising, and my mom was scared. My dad was at work, so her and I and my cousin come back here, and we waited. Now, it's not that deep right across there. It's probably about waist deep. And we waited across there and was able to herd them cows back across and make them come on out of there. And it got a lot deeper that year, but you can see there's some dry land over there, and that's where all the cattle were. And so we called them, and they wouldn't come. So we waded across and with a bucket of feed and got them to follow us. We was able to bring them back across. Once you get one or two of them coming, the rest of them will follow. So anyway, this is all rainwater. It's moving fast. Like I said, this is not actually the river itself. The river's back over there in those woods. But you know, this doesn't affect us. I mean, this affects me more right now than it would Lester. Lester gets affected more from the runoff from the subdivision. Now, the river will affect him eventually. If it keeps rising, it'll start coming up around behind him, and it'll get so high the water can't, what little water flows through that creek over there will start backing up even worse. So then the water just kind of puddles up into his place. But it's moving. I saw a fish flounce out there. So we're watching it real close, and You can see it goes on down. Like I said, this is not river water. It's river water, but this is not the river. And the cows are up on the field here grazing. And it's got to come up, oh, probably another 4 foot, or maybe a little bit more, to get up on this field. And if it gets up on this field, before that, I'll have my cows in the front. So I'll move them up. And it gets too deep, it'll start backing up around us. So we just have to kind of watch it. I just want to show you this here this morning so you see what it does when we get a lot of rain. And we're hoping we don't get no more big rains today or tonight. Now they claiming tonight there may be another little old disturbance blow by. Hopefully not. And they've got a little disturbance in the Gulf that they're talking about maybe coming in maybe south of us. Now I hope it's south of us, so it won't affect us here up here. So anyway, this is what we deal with in high water and lots of rain. You know, the ground is already saturated. So every little bit of rain is not going to soak up. It's just going to run off. My girl here and I, we watching it. A lot of fish flouncing out there. Go get my fishing pole. All right, we're going to ease back up and check on the cows and check the other side over here. I'll try to drive slow and not bounce you around. There's a cattle over here. Show you something real quick. This tree's huge. It's been here, it was here when I was a kid. It's a pine tree. It's been hit by lightning a couple of times and never killed it. How big is this tree? Lex was fascinated when he was a little boy by this tree. You see how it kind of bumps out here on the ground? That bumps out. Lex would come down here and sit on that and try to hug this tree. Yeah, it's a huge tree. It's huge. We got about 3 or 4 of these big trees like it, maybe more than that. But where it humps out, he would sit on that. He loved this tree. Called it Big Tree. All right. You see the cattle out here. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit for you. Yeah. They're grazing across here. And like I say, I'll move them up. If it gets, you know, much higher, I'll move them up and put them in the front pasture. But I'm going to drive over and try to show you where it comes around if we can make it over that way. You ready? Ready? Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Good girl. You're wet now. You got to get over a little bit. I can't stand a wet dog. Howdy ho. Especially when you sit on me over here and get the whole side wet. The whole side wet. Something else real quick here you might be interested in. Daniel said the other night, he said, Dad, lightning hit something right back behind the house. So this ground's a little bit soft, so we're easy behind this tree here. Look there where that lightning come down that tree. You hit way up there, come all the way down. It would probably kill that tree. This tree would probably die. It's a sweet gum. But you know, the funny thing is, them old cows lay around this tree a lot. I'm glad they wasn't laying here when that lightning hit. If they had, it would have got them. All right, it's kind of wet and soft here. I'm gonna try to get out. I'm gonna try to, I can't get over there, I don't think. Try to zoom in here. You can see some water right over there underneath them trees. Now that is river water. we're starting to back up. But it's not, there's a dam there on that little old pond right there, so it can't cross unless it gets deeper, then it'll come on across. But right now it's stuck right there. If the river don't rise no more, it'll stay right there. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I just want to show you what we got going on today. Glad I wasn't standing here trying to get out of the rain. All right, guys, we'll catch y'all later. It's Pawpaw and my girl Heidi. We're out of here. This is that little old pond. This is that pond I was telling you about, guys, a minute ago. I'm sitting on the dam here. This is river water backing up. Coming up back from the riverbank back there. It's floating all the way around through these low places. It works its way right back in here. And if it gets deep enough, it'll cross over this little dam, and then it'll go right on up through there, behind my barn and stuff. And we always move the cows to this hill here. And see, if we get a lot of rain though, it comes down out of that subdivision, it hits that creek and it comes all up on top of Lester down there. And it can't go, plus if the river's up, it can't go anywhere anyway. It's just banks up. But if the creek was all open or the canal wasn't so big, then it would probably drain on out to the river. That's what we faced. But this is river water here. And we'll be watching to see how it goes. Oh, I know, Mama. Call that baby up. Call him up, Grandma. All right, folks, I'm gonna let you go on this. Pawpaw and the girl Heidi. We're out of here again. Folks, this is Pawpaw again. This is still the 21st. You know, I was down here this morning. It's come up a little bit more. It's about to cover up that green spot over there if it comes up much more. But it's still 3 or 4 foot below this field. And but it's still flowing. This is all river water, not the river. But we've had several pretty good sized rains in the area today. So we're watching it. We'll be watching it all night. So it hasn't come up behind my house any at all. It hasn't crossed that little dam I showed y'all this morning. It's still behind that little dam. Now a little bit may be coming around the edges, but it's very little. Because I can still drive through it real easy on my little side-by-side here, my little mule. But this is all river water. It's all rainwater. And hopefully, Hattie, leave whatever that is alone, baby. Might be a booger. And it's moving. Hopefully it'll just keep on moving. All right, there's supposed to be some more rain tonight. We'll just be watching it. Hopefully that little disturbance will go south of us and not leave much rain in this area here. The way it's moving, I think the dam is pretty well open in Lake Houston, so this stuff can get out of here pretty quick. So all this is coming from up above. And if it'll just keep flowing, I think we'll be okay. If it starts backing up, you won't see this white water, or whatever you want to call it out there, the swift water. If it starts backing up, you won't see that. It'll just all of a sudden just get kind of still. And that's when we better start worrying. All right, I'm going to cut this off. I just want to give you an update. It's 6:30 in the evening. And it has come up some during the day. All right, this is Pawpaw and my wet girl Heidi. She's already been swimming. We're out of here. Good morning, folks. I'm about to go check the river for you. Today's the 22nd. I think it's going down. As you can see, some of the squash I picked this morning out of my garden. Jesus got a bunch of it cooking here. I picked about six gallons so far. These are going to be pickles. Yeah, they're going to be pickles. So I'm going to tinker with that after a while. They got to set for about 2 hours with salt on them. The recipe I'm using. Gigi's doing this part for our dinner. And these will be for another meal. All right, we're on our way to the river, so we'll see you when we get down there. Come on, Hattie. Well, my little boys are over here playing. I'm on my way to the river, and I haven't come over here to visit with them. Here, look at yonder. You tell me she's not going to be in trouble. And the thing is, I'll be in trouble. I must put her back in the pen. Ivan, you gonna swing, son? I love these boys. All right. We're going to the river and check the water. We'll be right back. We're going to check the river. I gotta go. You can't go with me, dude. Yes. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Y'all pretty neat, guys. It's hard doing that. You can't get in here. No, sir. You're not gonna ride with me. Me and Hattie's in here. There's no room, Hat. No room, dude. There's just no room, okay? You gotta stay here with the boys. All right, we'll be back. All right, guys, this is Pawpaw again. I'm here on the river. It's going down because I can see a lot more green over there on the other side of this low place. And the water is still moving good. So it's going down. I guess it's probably dropped about at least a foot during the night. Now, someone was telling me this morning that they thought we got about 7 inches. The good thing was it was kind of scattered out over 2 or 3 days. It didn't come all at once. But this is the river water. It's going down and it's moving out here pretty good. Heidi, what do you find? Baby, Heidi, Heidi, what are you doing? Oh, that girl. You gotta watch her every minute. Anyway, this is just a little old clip I'll add into my video from yesterday. This is the 22nd, I believe, the next day anyway. And the water's going down, so I think we're gonna be okay. There's still some rain in the forecast, but not a lot of rain anytime soon. I believe we're gonna get by for a whole week, maybe without any rain, once we get past this little old cloudy spot we're in right now. All right, guys, I'm gonna cut it off and I'll try to put this video together and get it out there to you as soon as I can get it scheduled. You guys have a good day. And if you want to wait just for a minute, I'm gonna show you my garden on my way back to the house. All right. We're still watching the water. She wasn't ready to go yet. So we're gonna sit there and watch the water for a few minutes. Are you ready to go yet? Heidi, you ready to go? Are you ready to go, baby girl? Let's go home. Let's go home, okay? All right, we're out here this time. All right, guys, you can see how those things are climbing up on the panels. My tomatoes, they're taller than my steaks. Okra is coming on. It's stalking up good. It'll be putting some little okra on pretty quick. And this morning, I picked 6 gallons of squash. 6 gallons. Hey, get this. I eat my first little cucumber of the season off that last little vine right over here. It was about 3 inches long, crunchy as it could be, and tastes delicious. Nothing like a cucumber straight out of the garden. Store-bought stuff does not compare. It does not compare. And hey, listen to this. 7 inches of rain, and it all run out, right out across the ground here. Went right on down to the pond. No flooding at all in my garden. I'm real proud of it. All right, I'm gonna put all these little clips together. I hope y'all don't mind. Might be a kind of an assortment of stuff, but it's mainly about the river. But I thought I'd throw this in here. All right, guys, y'all have a great day, and me and old Pawpaw and Heidi, we're out of here.